Ben Shephard stood at the edge of something both thrilling and intimidating. The kind of challenge that doesn't just test your legs, but your mindset, your discipline, and, surprisingly, your relationship with food. The London Marathon isn't just a race, it's a story that unfolds mile by mile. And for Ben, every chapter begins long before the starting line. There's something quietly fascinating about how he approaches it all, not with flashy extremes or impossible routines, but with a calm, almost charming confidence, the kind that says, "I've done the work, and I know what my body needs." And at the center of that quiet confidence, a fuel plan that's as strategic as it is surprisingly relatable. Because, let's be honest, most people imagine marathon preparation as endless bowls of plain pasta and strict rules that suck the joy out of eating. But Ben flips that idea on its head. His approach feels more like a well-balanced love story between performance and enjoyment. Food isn't the enemy, it's the partner that keeps him moving, step after step, mile after mile. In the days leading up to the marathon, there's a gentle rhythm to how he eats. It's not about stuffing himself or following rigid trends, it's about listening. Carbohydrates take center stage, of course, but not in an overwhelming way. Think comforting meals that feel familiar, satisfying, and just indulgent enough to keep the spirit high. A bowl of pasta here, some rice there, maybe even a treat that makes him smile. Because mood matters. Energy isn't just physical, it's emotional too. And that's where things get interesting. Ben doesn't treat food like fuel alone. He treats it like motivation. There's a lightness to it, a sense of humor even. Imagine him eyeing a plate and thinking, this isn't just dinner, this is mile 18 in disguise. It's that playful mindset that keeps the pressure from becoming overwhelming. As race day creeps closer, the focus sharpens. Breakfast becomes a ritual, simple, reliable, and comforting. Nothing experimental, nothing dramatic, just the kind of meal that feels like an old friend, something his body recognizes instantly, something that says, "We've got this." Because on a day where everything else feels intense, familiarity is power. Then comes the real test, the marathon itself. The streets buzzing, the crowd alive, the energy electric. And somewhere in the middle of all that excitement, there's a quiet strategy unfolding. Because no matter how strong you start, the marathon has a way of humbling even the best runners. That dreaded wall isn't just a myth, it's a moment when your body starts asking serious questions. And Ben, he's already prepared his answers. His fuel plan during the race is all about timing and consistency. Small, steady boosts of energy, carefully spaced out, like little promises to his future self. Energy gels, hydration, maybe even a quick sip that feels like a lifeline at just the right moment. It's not glamorous, but it's incredibly effective. There's something almost poetic about it. While the crowd sees a runner pushing forward, there's this invisible dance happening behind the scenes, between effort and recovery, between depletion and replenishment. Every choice he makes is part of a bigger story, one that's designed to keep him moving long after others begin to fade. And let's not pretend it's all serious. There's humor in it too, because at some point, every runner has that thought, "Why did I sign up for this again?" And maybe Ben laughs to himself mid-stride, knowing that the answer is somewhere between passion and pure stubbornness. But here's the real magic. He doesn't wait until things go wrong to act. He fuels before he feels the need. That's the secret. By the time fatigue tries to sneak in, he's already one step ahead, already giving his body what it needs to keep going. It's proactive, not reactive. Smart,
And that's what
not
separates
desperate.
a tough run from a successful one. There's also a deeper layer to all of this, a kind of respect for the body. Ben understands that pushing limits doesn't mean ignoring signals. It means working with them. If something feels off, he adjusts. If energy dips, he responds. It's a partnership, not a battle. And maybe that's where the charm really lies. It's not just about finishing a marathon, it's about how you get there, the choices, the mindset, the little moments of doubt and determination that shape the journey. It's about turning something incredibly challenging into something almost enjoyable. Picture the later miles, where every step feels heavier than the last. This is where the plan truly proves itself. While others might struggle, Ben keeps moving with purpose, not effortlessly, because let's be real, it's never effortless, but with control, with belief, because he knows he's done everything right. There's a quiet confidence in that, the kind that doesn't need to shout. And as the finish line draws closer, something shifts. The fatigue is still there, the effort undeniable, but there's also a sense of excitement building. The realization that all those early mornings, all those carefully planned meals, all those miles of preparation, they're about to pay off. It's a moment that feels bigger than the race itself. And when he finally crosses that line, it's not just a physical achievement. It's a story completed, a plan executed, a challenge met with both discipline and a little bit of humor along the way. Because that's the thing about Ben Shephard's approach. It's not extreme, it's not intimidating, it's human. It's about finding balance, trusting the process, and maybe even enjoying a good meal without overthinking it. It reminds you that big goals don't always require complicated solutions. Sometimes they just need consistency, awareness, and a mindset that's equal parts focused and lighthearted. And if there's one takeaway from all of this, it's that success isn't just about pushing harder, it's about preparing smarter. It's about knowing when to give more and when to give your body exactly what it's asking for. So the next time you think about taking on a challenge, whether it's a marathon or something entirely different, remember this approach. Keep it simple, keep it smart, and don't forget to enjoy the journey along the way. Because in the end, it's not just about avoiding the wall, it's about discovering just how far you can go when you treat your body and yourself with a little more care, a little more strategy, and just the right amount of humor to keep things interesting. And who knows, you might just surprise yourself. If this story sparked something in you, stick around for more inspiring journeys, clever strategies, and the kind of insights that make big goals feel just a little more possible.